Welcome to the Light Leadership Series. This is the athletics edition. I'm here with Coach Z. I'm Coach KSloan in the building. And this gentleman right here is a great leader in the community. He's doing a lot of beautiful things for the youth. He's helping mold them. He's had numerous athletes doing great things out here. Shout out to his athlete Jaden Chapman at University of Texas. He also has Ivy Griffin, two-time state winner at Bryant High School. And then he went to Arkansas Northern State. And then you got Larry Johnson Jr., D lineman from Incarnate Word. That's also Division I. Coach Z, man, he's also been a 9-year pro in the AFL for the Tulsa Talents. And man, just a great man overall. Somebody that's going to be able to bring a lot of gems and value. And I'm telling y'all right now, if you have a player, if you have a coach in your life, if you have parents of athletes, or even, you know what I'm saying, somebody that's a spouse of a coach, or, you know, somehow wrapped up in athletics, it's going to be an amazing, magnetic conversation. So, Coach Z, appreciate you joining the Light Leadership Series, brother. So, yeah. So, how you living, brother?
And I'm doing well, man.
Yeah.
Life is good. Life is blessed.
Yeah. For sure that. And then can you give the people just a rundown of what you're doing right now, you know what I'm saying, from everything, from the training on to, you know what I'm saying, even the professional career that you blending together to be able to, you know, make an impact?
Yeah, so with me, man, I just saw a need in my community. You know, I was blessed with the opportunity to take my talents to another level. And then when I got up there, I started learning of really how to play the game. You know, I started learning that football is an entertainment business.
Right.
And it can be a lucrative business, but also can be a prosperous business as far as like what you're trying to accomplish within your own dreams and your own goals. So what I did was I saw that, and I came back to my community, and I saw that a lot of kids wasn't getting their just dues.
Yeah.
And you know, you go to the games, you hear the first thing is they can't block. Well, I know who you're talking about. You're talking about the offensive line.
Right.
Oh, they can't get to the quarterback. He got all day. Now you're talking about the defensive line.
Yeah.
So I sat back and I just hit different avenues. You know, I hit the high schools, I hit the middle schools, I hit the AAU, I hit those different avenues, and I saw what was going on with the bigs. O-line, D-line,
Mm-hmm.
and there was no training going on. There was somewhat of coaching, but there was no training. And a lot of people don't understand the difference between training and working out. If you're working out, you don't really have a desired effect. You're just trying to get it.
Right.
But to train, like you're learning how to train your body, you're trying to train your mind, you're trying to train your just your whole existence to what it is that you're trying to do to be successful for your organization.
Yeah.
And we know a lot of people want the speed.
Mm-hmm.
Want the quarterbacks, the wide receivers, you know, the linebackers. Everybody want that, but you're not dealing with the bigs. They don't even get in the paper unless they get 4 or 5 sacks. Offensive lineman, the only time you're gonna see an old lineman in the paper is if he signed with a college or he signed pro. Other than that, you don't know his name. They're not gonna take no pictures of him. It's almost like the most important part of a car is the key.
Right.
The bigs are the key, but you don't talk about that. You know, who took my car, or where is this and this and this? But that car is not going to go nowhere without that key.
100.
And your organization not going to go nowhere without them bigs.
Yeah.
So why not put forth that investment and that opportunity to enhance your organization and invest in your bigs?
Yeah. And that's a big thing that you're talking about, bro, because, you know, you talking about football and you look at the draft. If you even look at that parallel on the highest level,
right, man,
look at how many bigs got drafted in the first round.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got so many holes, and when you ain't got those bigs, you're not protecting your investments. You put a cold quarterback back there, he ain't gonna do no kind of work if he got to run for his life every single play. You know what I'm saying?
Joey Harrington.
Yeah, Joey Harrington. Yeah.
Great collegiate quarterback.
Man.
Never got to see his full potential.
Man, because he was over there running for his life. You know what I'm saying? You got, and then imagine how great Barry Sanders would have been, even though he was amazing, how much better he could have been if he wasn't with the Lions O-line.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So, you know, looking at that and looking at your specialty, man, I think that's a powerful niche that you did. I think that's something to be said about, you know, owning a niche, owning your spot in the industry. I think that's powerful out here. You the only person I know of that's doing specialty O-line, D-line. So if y'all out here in the Centex area, y'all need to tap in with Coach Z, because he is probably the premier O-line, D-line guy that I could vouch for sure. So I seen the work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And I see a lot of them. I'm not saying they trying to emulate. I don't want to say emulate.
Yeah.
But I see them out there just coaching or teaching what they think they know.
Yeah.
But it's a whole lot more to go into it.
Nah, it's deep. It's
a
deep.
whole lot more to go into it. And the first thing you got to do if you got a big O-line, D-line, you got to get his core.
Yeah.
Like, you got to get his core. And I'm not talking about no, sit-ups. I'm talking about learning how to move functionally with your core and move their feet. And that's what you see. You see a lot of these big kids that are like, oh, he big, I'm going to take him and put him on the line.
Right.
Okay, but he ain't moving his feet. All right. You got to move your feet.
Right.
So when my bigs show up, you know what I'm saying, all gas, no brakes, man. When them bigs show up and your lineman don't move your feet, you might as well tell your quarterback to run.
Hey, let's speak on that too, man. So let's talk a little all gas, no brakes, man. Right. What is the story behind that? Because we've been on, you know what I'm saying, we didn't had a couple of different builds, and you talked about this before, but you know what I'm saying, for the new viewers, people that ain't been around for a minute, man. What's all gas, no brakes about? And what was it, you know what I'm saying, what's the origination?
Man, so it really just comes with my story, like cats that knew me in high school, man. I always had great potential. Like Coach say, potential's nothing but wasted talent.
Right.
So I was known as 110.
Yeah.
That's what they called me, like 110. Because I would go hard one play out of 10.
Yeah.
Out of 10 plays, one of them plays you could just tell, hey, that boy going to the league. Like, dominant, But it was just the lazy aspect of me. It's me not really truly understanding why I play this game,
Right.
And with that, man, I came out of high school and I went to Kilgore College, and I was sixth string. So I was sixth string, and I don't know if people, we talk about sixth string all the time. What I did was I was just like, I'm a backup.
Yeah.
Like, I had that 1 year, and a lot of people don't know about me, man. I was a B teamer. I was freshman B team, sophomore B team, JV. I finally got my start to play on the JV Gold, but I was as a junior, I was still JV B team, JV Gold, 110. So I was hot and miss, So I really only operated off of 1 year of varsity, and I got all kind of accolades. I was like, oh, this is fun. This is amazing. And I got to college, and I'm riding this high like, oh, I'm that dude.
Yeah.
I'm from the area. I'm riding that this high. I'm that dude.
Feeling yourself.
And I get there, and I'm seeing dudes my size. I'm seeing dudes bigger than me, faster than me. I'm seeing dudes smaller than me, stronger than me. So I'm like, oh, what is this? Like, this is the world, and this is way before social media and all that stuff. So like, this is the world. So then I didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that I was backing up anybody.
Right.
My concept was like, what, I'm about to go in. I'm about to be gassed. I'm
about
to be gassing. So then they was like, first team dude got hurt, second team dude got hurt, third and fourth team dudes, they wasn't at practice. They was at tutorial, so coach gave me a shot. I got in there, and out of that one shot, I ended up starting 2 years at JUCO. From 2 years JUCO, I got the opportunity to go D1. Yeah. And that really just changed my perspective. Because once I got D1, I saw how everybody moved. There was no breaks. There wasn't no breaks. It was all go, go, go. So with that, I just, I went pro, and I started just working. Yeah. And just working. I started seeing the difference that my play started seeing in the different accolades and stuff I started receiving when I got in the weight room. Yeah. When I started doing extra work. When I started learning, my position, not only my position, but I learned my other players' positions. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. You move faster when you know everything's going on. Yeah, the full picture. Right. And it's like, comfortable in chaos. And sometimes I equate it to being like in your house, right? If your house is dark and you just moved in there, you're going to bump into everything. Yeah. But if, you've been in your house 3-4 years and you're in tune with what's in your house, you can cut the lights off, man, and I can still make it to the refrigerator. Right. Even though my daughter got a toy on the floor, my dog is over here. It's it's a dresser right here. I can still make it. So it's like you develop yourself to being comfortable in chaos. Man, that's real, bro. That's so real. That's exactly how I used to play the game. That was exactly when, I was playing running back. That's how I would have seen it. I knew certain plays that we would run. Right. I would look at the front, and I would know if we was running power, if we was running counter, if we was running outside zone, inside zone. I knew based on the alignment that after I look and I get the ball,
I'm comfortable because I've done this so many times.
Yeah, I'm all gas.
Man, I'm all gas. Every variation I'm really ready for.
Right.
So it's really just based on how I'm feeling today.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Now I just get to check my own inner being. So I feel you on that
100%. It's all gas, no breaks, man.
Yeah.
And you know, people always say, you know, you go to sleep, you need rest. And I understand you need rest, of course.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, you sleep when you're dead. That's what you're gonna do. You get this one shot, man. You get this one opportunity running with it.
Yeah.
Gas it. I'm talking about you ride the I always ask people, man, you ever rode a go-kart? They be like, yeah, go-karts got brakes. Nah, go-karts ain't got no brakes. So how does it stop? At the end? You know what I'm saying? So you ride that thing all the way to the end. So we just took this whole movement, man, and everything we do is keeping it 100. We 1,000 miles an hour. And then at the end of the game, we're gonna turn around, look at the scoreboard. Oh, we won.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah,
100%, bro. I love the brand. I love the mission. I love the product. Right, and you know what I'm saying? I think what I also think about when I look at your brand online and just kind of what I try to perpetuate with my brand of who I am and what I'm doing is just that consistency. You know what I'm saying? Like showing that there is work that has been done to get to where I've gotten. And I'm still working. And everybody around me still working. Yes, and all we do is we push working. Like that's it. Like we don't push none of the other stuff. No hype. You know what I'm saying? No extra clout. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff's gonna come anyway, but the work gotta come first. 100%. And I think that we had a conversation before we even got on here, and I want to kind of dig into that since we already talked about this. It's talking about a little bit about, man, you know, letting yourself down is something that I think people don't notice they doing. You know what I'm saying? And I think when we're talking about letting yourself down, I think nobody purposely like doesn't do enough. You know what I'm saying? Like this is for everybody. I don't think nobody just like, okay, today I'm just gonna be average. Like I'm just not gonna do what it takes. Right. I think you may get comfortable with the way you live life, and then that'll end up summing up as a sum total of you being average. Right?
I guess it equates to like, are you gonna be good? Are you gonna be good? You're gonna be good enough.
Right.
Two different elements.
Right.
I'm gonna be good at this.
Right.
I'm just gonna be good enough at this.
Right.
But what's the enough part?
Yeah.
Who gets to equate with like what's good?
Right. Because you have to be compared to something to say it's enough.
Right.
So it's like
though.
Yeah.
That's on you though. You know, it's like what you feel like is good. Because some people be like, you know what, I got a house and a boat, I'm good.
Right.
Some people like, man, I got a car and 3 pair of shoes, I'm good.
And that marker keeps moving.
So, you know, it's up to you to decide what's good.
So with that those types of milestones are fickle because as we talked about earlier, we talking about the process. The process is forever. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like dedicating yourself to a process is like, I'm going to do it this way because I trust that it works. Or I'm going to get with somebody that knows the process because I trust that they know that it works. Right. You know what I'm saying? So they can give me the game. Or they can give my son the game, or et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying? However that works. And bro, can we speak a little bit about? Because I mean, I just want to talk about just the epidemic, I call it, of people just expecting results, right? Just expecting results because they showed up, because they paid, because you know what I'm saying, whatever. But they're letting themselves down every single day, because of the expectation. It's like you're not monitoring your expectations, like. As an athlete, it's so crazy that when you come up, like for us, you know, we knew practice, we knew games, we knew teammates, we knew, you know what I'm saying, just consistently doing something over and over and over to get, you know, to where we wanted to go, dedicating ourselves to that process. And then when we come out of it, then now it's like imparting that wisdom onto the kids. And I feel like there's a lot of parents now that's raising kids up that's doing sports, but they didn't do sports. Right. So they don't really know that process. So they paying people that don't understand the process. And then they're giving their kids a moderate version, you know what I'm saying? A mediated, looked up, Googled version of what we live. You feel me? So can you speak a little bit on, you know what I'm saying, the importance of teaching these kids the process for the character, you know what I'm saying? Just the character of going through just hard stuff like running up a hill at 7 o'clock at night. Bro, your thighs hurt, your stomach hurt. You think you finna die on the cool. Like you really don't know if you're gonna make it, but you see your teammates doing it. Your coach telling you to do it, so it gotta make sense. But you gotta dig out something else inside of you, and mama can't save you.
I think it comes down to like, why you doing it?
Right.
You know, because if it don't make sense to you, then you're not gonna go hard at it.
Right.
If it don't make sense to you, then you're not gonna do it for real.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, speaking just football, like football's a team sport, basketball's a team sport, baseball's a team sport. So when you think about volleyball, you know, they're team sports. So you can't be. I don't want to say you can't be selfish, but you gotta understand what I do is gonna affect this person over here.
Yes.
It's gonna affect this dude. So if this dude over here is busting his tail, this athlete, I don't say dude, male or female. If this athlete is over here busting their tail, and I'm kind of sorta, and what's the end goal?
Yeah.
The end goal at the end of every season is to win the championship.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Like I'm here to win the championship, and you get some leaders or some athletes who are born leaders, and they're like, yo, I'm here to win. You got some athletes that learn how to be leaders. I'm here to win. And then you got some people that are just on the team. Because my father put me on a team. My mother put me on a team. You know, my mom said that she was a cheerleader, so I got to be a cheerleader. But what you want to do? I don't want to cheer. I want to play football. Well, you can't play football because you're a girl. Who said?
Right.
Who said that? Why? Why not?
Right.
Shout out to Santina Deck, man. It's like she's the first female that got her own shoe. You know, I follow her on IG, man. She was like, I'm a woman that play football. Started off with playing rugby, and now, you know, so she got her own shoe called Tronos.
Yeah,
and I gotta give me a pair of those. You know?
Yeah, she started out the track till she was on track too. Like, she was track first, and then she started rolling into football and all that. She's seen that.
Inspirational to me because she like, yo, I decided what I wanted to do and I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, and
that's what I feel like when I came back to the area. I was like, you know what, I got all these people telling me, you know, you should just do this, you should just do this, but I'm like, you know, I come in this world by myself.
Yeah,
when I leave them, I'm gonna be by myself.
Yeah. So
when it's time for me to talk to Creator, he'd be like, "How would you like your life on Earth?" I'm like, I lived it.
Yeah.
You know, I did it for me.
Yeah.
Versus, well, they said, and that's one of the things I really have a disdain for is when people say they. Don't tell me who they is.
Who is they?
Who is they?
Who is they?
You know what I'm saying? Call them out, man. Put a name to it. But I think at the end of the day, you have to sit down with your athlete. You gotta have them hard conversations with them. Say, hey, is you really trying to do this? Because if you kind of sort of want to do this, then, you know, we could put forth our resources and our energy towards something else.
Yeah.
Something you really want to do.
Yeah.
Don't do it for me though.
And I think there's something to be said, and I talked to you about this before on a separate podcast. It's something to be said about figuring out what your kid really want to do. You know what I'm saying? And just as an athlete too, just figuring out what it is that you really are into. Like, maybe you do a sport because you're trying to get ready for another sport, right, which is cool. Maybe you do the sport because you're trying to get the girls, which is cool. Whatever you doing a sport for is cool, but it's like, be real with yourself so that you don't end up getting yourself in a situation where now you damaging your self-worth. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I think some people, they be like trying to, like, really the culture, I say, you know, we grew up, it was either gonna be athletics, or it was gonna be music, or you found what using the streets. That's what we thought. That's what we thought. Right. But the culture perpetuated that thought. It did. Because all the people that look like us was on TV, you know what I'm saying, with all the stuff we wanted, doing sports, or they was doing music. True. And I think that, you know what I'm saying, as we move forward in life now, and I think now when you got the social media wave, you got, you know what I'm saying, the different aspects, you're seeing that we have artists, we're seeing that people are becoming great athletes, but then they go on to be doctors, they go on to be lawyers, they go on to be all these different things. They work in criminal justice, they do all these different things. So multifaceted. I think you got to be respectful to the individual that's in the sport, you know what I'm saying? Understanding that, man, they may be at this spot right now, and I may be working them because they have to learn the character that, man, when I'm in that lab, I can't just stop when I don't find the answer.
Right. I gotta find a solution.
I gotta find a solution, because if I don't find a solution, then somebody gonna die. Like, we're gonna lose people because I didn't do my due diligence. There's a team relying on me. And I think that's something that sports gives young people. You know what I'm saying? Respecting your brother is something, you know what I'm saying? Loving your brother, just it was something that I didn't really get at. I ain't gonna say at home. I wasn't supported in that way or nothing like that. But I think that when I got in a team setting, it meant something different. Yeah. When I went out there and I was just, you know what I'm saying, sweating and crying and bleeding for these dudes, I'm like, man, it's a different type of investment. And I took it back home. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think there's things like that, you know, that we gain through athletics, and these kids are gaining now. And that's the importance of it. That's why, you know, even with the concussions and the things that's, you know, parents worried about nowadays, there's still that benefit of having them in these, you know what I'm saying, youth leagues, in the AAUs and the, you know what I'm saying, YMCAs and the boys and girls, whatever you do, whatever the kids are doing. But I mean, we could kind of speak on this now. I mean, just the responsibility of the adults, right?
Right.
We're gonna speak to them real quick. So if you the kids, man, hold up real quick. We're gonna talk to the adults real quick.
It's important because they own the day.
Yeah.
So I don't want them to get hurt. I don't want them to have this and this. So I'm a big proponent in the weight room. Like, hey man, you got to beat the hammer, not the nail.
Yeah.
Even if you're in a fight, fist fight. What hurts worse, your face or your knuckles? Your hand. Yeah, your hand hurts.
Yeah.
But your face hurts worse.
Yeah.
So it's like you build your body to become more durable, and I think that's where they miss a lot of that out. They look at, I don't want them to have even female athletes. I don't want big muscles. I don't want to look like a man. I don't want to this and this. That's not even a token. You play a sport.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? You need muscles to be durable so you don't get hurt.
Right.
Because if you're playing this sport, that means you want to win.
It's a safety thing.
It's a safety precaution, and we know through science that the thicker you are, the bigger your muscles, the more dense your muscles, the less opportunity is for you to get hurt.
Mm.
And the ones that are getting these concussions, not saying the ones that everybody working out, but we can't equate to concussions on a pro level or a college level to the level of these youth individuals.
Yeah.
These youth individuals is getting concussions because they not working out and they are.
Yeah.
That's why they're getting peeled back on. That's why they're getting,
and these parents be having these kids play sports all year long.
All year long.
That's something else that I feel like is a problem. It's like, don't have your kid do the same thing all year long, no matter what it is.
Right.
Make it to where they try different stuff so they can get a break. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, what you think about that? What's your thoughts on that?
First of all, football is a sport that's supposed to be played for like 90 days.
Yeah, like it's really unnatural, bro. Like just be doing,
Now it's certain positions that can keep playing. Quarterback position, they can keep playing. Wide receivers, DBs, but them bigs, them boys, they can't do that.
Can't do it, bro.
It's too much damage on their body, and they get them coming in at 6 and 7 and 8 years old, already playing tackle football, and it's like, yo, you putting a lot of miles on this kid. Like I was telling you earlier, man, I was getting so much heat from my son. My son's a gifted athlete, and they was like, oh, well, you got to put him in football. This is like 6, no, 7, no, 8, no.
Because you knew.
No.
Because you knew.
You know what I'm saying? At 10, finally, at 10, it was like, put him in. I was like, I don't know, man. Like, so he started showing me, like, what, Pops, I work. I do this, I do. You know what I'm saying? I got good grades, man. I clean my room. I was like, so that showed me, like, okay, you want it? All right. But I was getting that whole flack from, like, oh, he going to be behind. He going to be behind. I was like, he can't be behind. I'm his father.
Yeah.
I know where he's trying to go. I've been to that mountain.
Yeah.
I know where the snakes is at. I know where the divots kind of allude to, like, the tortoise and the hare. You know what I'm saying? Like, the hare gassed past everybody and got to the rock, and he didn't know how to get past the rock. The you know what I'm saying? The turtle listened to the other turtles, was like, hey, when you get to the rock, go about 3 feet to the left, go under the bushes, under the fence, you're going to be on the other side.
Yeah, that experience.
So, the experience.
The experience.
And listening to it, and I think that's a lot of things that our culture don't do. We don't listen.
Yeah.
We hear, but we don't listen. And then we try to listen to the wrong opportunity.
Right.
Like a lot of people, man, they rather train with Michael Jordan than train with Michael Jordan's trainer.
Yeah.
They rather, oh, Mike Tyson training me, but not Cus Tomato. You like, who?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I'm trying to be past Mike.
Right.
So I'm gonna learn from the dude that's teaching him, but we so accustomed to learning from the dudes that's doing it.
Right.
And unfortunately, a lot of dudes that do it can't teach you.
That's facts. That's super facts. And I think that's something that really needs to be addressed. And I guess talking about that too, I mean, there's a style. Every coach has a style. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know myself as a coach, like my style is personable. Like I'm get down on the ground with you. Like I may even stop the whole drill, stop the whole situation, and I'm just gonna talk to you. I'm gonna be like, look, does this make sense to you?
Make sense to you.
Does it make sense to you? Everybody's not able to do things like that. Everybody's not able to just like give you that stop and let's really talk through this, like like a teacher. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And I think that there's something to be said about that art form. You know what I'm saying? Respecting that art form. Yes.
100% is art. Yeah,
it's an art form. You know what I'm saying? And I'd see it in the classroom, being in the classroom, being in the gym, being on the field. Bro, how long did it take you? You know what I'm saying? To transition into that art form, that artwork that you now create with these kids, because you developing them, and it's almost like coaches know when you see another coach's work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We were talking about respecting another coach's work the other day.
Yeah.
Like you see a coach's work, you see the player, and you're like, oh yeah, you've been working with. I know you've been going to work. Like how long did it take you to kind of get that art form mastered? You know what I'm saying? And it's that intentionality behind mastering it. You know what I'm saying? So we giving quality out.
Right. Oh man, it took. I would say my whole career, man. Even to this day, I'm still learning.
Yeah.
I still tap into.
Stay learning.
I still tap into my old coaches. You know, my coaches is one of them. You know what I'm saying? Casey Rogers, man. He's the head defensive line coach at for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Right.
And I still reach out. You know, Coach Jernigan, he's at Tulsa. I still reach out because these guys, the tools that they taught me back then, they didn't know where I was going to go. They didn't know where I was going to be. They knew what they had going on.
Right.
They knew what they wanted. They didn't want to stay at, you know what I'm saying, the school that they was at. They didn't want to stay at the high school. They didn't want to stay at the college. They had aspirations. Yeah, they had aspirations. So it was like, you know what? I'm gonna put the sauce out there. When I got to college, I became a student of the game.
Yeah.
And one thing I always encourage young athletes to do, any athlete, if you hurt, man, just watch.
Yeah.
Close your mouth. Stop paying attention. Get off your phone. Stop just looking at, you know what I'm saying, all the good stuff. All the good stuff you're doing and watch film. You know what I'm saying? Watch the film, man. Pay attention. So that really just kind of like brought me into the whole element where I'm at, and it's about teaching.
Yeah.
Learning, you know
taking in that stimulus to be able to learn more about just what your expertise is. You know what I'm saying? Even speaking to like everybody right now, right? You do something and you want to be great at it, but like you said, when people get hurt, when student athletes get hurt, just watch. Because when you soak it in, you're going to get so much that you don't get when you playing.
Yeah, you see it from a whole different lens.
When I'm working, when I'm playing, when I'm going. But when you stop, that's almost more important because then you analyze. You get to see it all. You get to watch the film. You know what I'm saying? You get to do the study. You get to watch the greats. You know what I'm saying? You get to speak with the greats. And then you go back in there and then you go operate.
Yeah. You watch a lot of film. You know,
Yeah.
at certain levels, man, like you watch a lot of film. But the first thing we want to do is we want to look at the good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Look at where you can get better. And then look at, you know, as a pitcher, like look at this DB. So I was always the one where I would ask questions. I was like, hey man, why y'all backpedal like that?
Yeah.
Hey, why y'all step like that?
100. I always did that.
What's the first step? So it's building these, because you know you're only gonna play athletics for a certain part of your life.
Yeah.
But this guy here, he's a great corner, but he's an even greater barber.
Right.
He's a great offensive lineman, but he's a great math teacher.
Right.
You know, so it's like you're building these lifelong relationships with these people, and it's always good for you to ask questions and teach people something.
Yeah.
If you tell me something, I'm like, oh, bet.
Yeah.
I have a different kind of, not respect, but have a different type of admiration for you. Be like, man, every time I talk to him, man, he put me on something. Right. That's what I want. You know, it's that thirst for knowledge. It's that thirst for everything, because I forget who said it. He said, but if you act like you know everything, man, you're actually ignorant. Yeah. You know, so you don't be you want to ask questions. Yeah. Ask this. Don't just pay attention to your position. Watch the film. Pay attention. And when it comes to the recruiting, and I tell everybody, man, like the opportunities I got to go Division I was solely because this guy over here is a double sign with Miami. Mm-hmm. This guy over here is going to, this. Oh, I'm on his same film though. Yeah. This ain't finna be the film you putting out. Yeah. You finna go where? University of Houston? Yeah. That's a bet. Yeah. I ain't sleeping at night. I'm stretching. I'm on it. Yeah. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm giving you that business. Yeah. Because I know the element of the recruiters. Yeah. So if the recruiter's like, man, he played 10 games this year. Yeah. I only got 8 film. Right. Where that other 2 film at? Right. Oh, that other 2 film, you know what I'm saying? He played against Kilgore. Right. Hold on. Why you don't get that film? It wasn't his best game. Yeah. Oh. So if I'm a recruiter and I'm trying to build and I'm looking for something, I'm gonna go right to that film and be like, oh, he was eating him up. Yeah. Who is this kid? Yeah. So now I'm on the phone. Yeah. Hey, who's this defensive tackle you got? Oh, can I see his film? Yeah. Oh, he's consistent. Yeah. Why is he under the radar? I see this and this. So a lot of people want to skip that step. They want to go straight to the camps. But if you go to camp after camp after camp after camp, you still steady making mistake after mistake after mistake. Yeah, you're consistently the first person you was at the other camp. And I think that also goes into like what you're saying with the big moment, right? Mm-hmm. Not being scared of the lights. You know what I'm saying? The lights not being too bright for you.
that's so paramount in the trajectory of the success. You know what I'm saying? Like just in all facets. Like, you know, I had an old ball coach used to tell me every game is decided within 6 plays.
6. I was told 9.
You told 9? Okay, so I heard between 6 and like, you know what I'm saying, 9 and 10, but like I was told 6 plays. I guess he was trying to make us stay on our P's and Q's, but he was like, it was 6 plays that's gonna define the game. And when he told me that, it really changed my outlook on how I looked at the game and how I looked at everything. Because you could be doing everything right. You know what I'm saying? You could be doing your job 364 days out the year, but when that 365th day come and you're not doing your job when the lights on, you really could put yourself back like 5 years.
5 years.
You know what I'm saying? You don't even know. And you would be saying like, I did all this stuff. I paid my dues for this long, X, Y, Z. But it's like staying ready so you ain't got to get ready. And that's why it's so important that you getting the right information. It's because like if you getting bad information, then you think that it matters what you did in the past. You know what I'm saying?
It's in our adult lives too, though.
Yeah.
I've been at this job for 5 years. I need a promotion. What you been doing?
Bro, you ain't.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you show up on time. Okay.
Yeah.
You do your job. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what you're supposed to do. You know, you hear say it's a long talked about joke is, oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you're a great father. What you want, a cookie?
Yeah.
Nah, that's what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
You're supposed to go to work.
Yeah.
What are you doing outside of that? You know what I'm saying? What are you doing to get noticed?
Right.
And equating that, you know what I'm saying, back to sports, if I'm second string and you first string and you know you 2 steps ahead of me. You take 4 steps, I take 4 steps. You still 2 steps ahead of me. You take 5 steps, I take 5 steps. You still ahead of me.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, how do you get the production that you want if you're not putting in the work that you want?
The extra work. And when you talking about that extra work, man, you know what I'm saying? We talking on the training tip, we talking on the coaching tip, but this ain't all you do. You know what I'm saying? So speak to that a little bit, like how like the juggling, you know what I'm saying? What else are you doing in life? Yeah. In addition to, you know what I'm saying, creating great athletes? Like what you got going on and how are you juggling that?
By trade, man, I'm a juvenile probation officer.
Right.
And I work a lot in the trauma informed care.
Yeah.
You know, trauma-informed care, man, it's huge because we don't realize what kind of trauma we putting out.
Yeah.
We just thinking about us. A lot of times we about us. And, you know, I see these juveniles, man, every day. I see the generational wealth and I also see generational poverty. But the main thing that stays consistent is parents parent the way they was parented.
Yep.
And they don't want to ask, I don't want to say ask for help because they don't like that.
Yeah.
You don't want to say, hey, come to a parenting class because they don't like that.
Unless you get paid for it.
Unless I get paid for it. So it's like, what is your goal? You know, so it's like, do you want your kid to struggle like you did?
Right.
And that's not necessarily talking about, you know, finances. Because it's a lot of kids out here who parents making $100,000, $200,000 a year and they still on probation. Like they sitting in the cell. It's a kid sitting in the cell who daddy's is a millionaire. Sitting in the cell with a daddy who ain't got 2 nickels to rub together. So there's a miss. You know what I'm saying? There's ACEs, man, which is adverse childhood experiences. There's ACEs that they're missing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's up to us as a community, as a village, to try to put those pieces together and say, hey, Michael Jackson said, "Man, the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way." We're like this now because look at our kids.
Right.
Where are we gonna be? And that's the scary part. Look at our kids now and ask us where we're gonna be in 30 years.
Right. Right.
Like,
and with that, bro, it's like you said, the impact that we make on them is the currency that we you know what I'm saying, really can have out here. Because we can't take our money with us. We can only transfer it down to our kids. So they gonna do something with the money we made, and it's gonna be based on the character we instilled in them. Because they only gonna spend our money as far as their character gonna allow them to. You know what I'm saying? Like they're only gonna do with what we made, what we gained, with what we gave them, you know what I'm saying? Like inside. And I applaud you for being in that industry, you know what I'm saying? Being a teacher myself, like I know that it's very draining and very disheartening at times, but then it's also very rewarding when you see kids come out on the other side.
It is.
And
you're not gonna save them all. I'm not saying you're trying to save them. You're not gonna reach them all.
Yeah.
But you know, you look at powerful influences. You look at powerful people. You look at, you know, Barack Obama. You look at Nelson Mandela. You look at Muhammad Ali. They only one person.
Right.
And if you can reach that one, cool.
Right.
You know, you're good. And one person could change the world.
Right. And I think another thing too, you know what I'm saying? So when you're looking at, you know, the professionals in the community, which is why I love that we got on this camera, and this is what the Light Leadership series is gonna be about, bro. It's just building that community, because understanding that we all have to perpetuate the mission, because the culture needs it. Like it ain't one man that's gonna carry the mission. That's not gonna work like that. We gotta work in concert. It's just like one man can't die and then the mission go. Cause that's something, the mission got to keep going on. But when, you know, say you got this guy doing this over here, and this is kind of like what this guy doing over here, and this girl doing this over here, it's like y'all doing the same stuff. Collaborate. You know what I'm saying? Let the kids see that, so that they can believe in collaboration, and believe in coercion, and believe in building. You know what I'm saying? Because if we don't build, then we doing it over. We doing the same situation over and over. We repeating.
That's so hard, man. Because I mean, like you say, I'm one of the only ones in this area, man, that's doing what I do. And I reach out.
Right.
You can ask any youth league, I reach out. Yo, hey, send me your. I'll come to your practice, man. I'll work with your athletes for an hour.
Right.
Send me your coaches.
Right.
I'll do a coaching clinic. I teach your coaches what I know.
Right.
You know, I'm reaching out because I know I can't do it all. It's way too many.
Way too many.
I reach out.
Yeah.
They'll reach back, and then they don't respond. And I'm like, look, bro, I'm out here. I work with kids all day.
Right.
8 to 5, I'm with the challenger kids. 5 to 9, I'm with the kids that want more.
Right.
You know, so I'm with kids every single day. So if any knowledge or any wisdom, any opportunities or tools I can give to somebody else, that's expanding that tree.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I get it right every single time, man, because I'm learning.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna continue to learn, but I'm trying to branch that out. I'm like, look, I know you don't know what you're doing because I'm watching you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm watching you, and it's a way to do it. You just don't know how. Yeah. It's ask. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, that's that part of it though, is that pride. You know what I'm saying? That pride, that ego. That's something that's running rampant throughout coaching on all levels, through all sports. And I think that's something that it kills morale, kills success, right, and it hurts the kids. Right. And you know what I'm saying? We've talked about that plenty of times. I think it's just, you know, just being humble and being able to lay down that and think about what's most important is going to be, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be a constant struggle. But at the end of the day, bro, I feel like as we kind of made this covenant to these kids, hey, we're gonna keep pushing. And we all, yeah, there we go. We all gas, huh? We all gas. And I really want to touch on this, you know what I'm saying, before we close, bro. Just like, what's your thoughts on, you know what I'm saying, the socio-economic level of the athlete now with the NIL stuff going on, with, you know what I'm saying, the boom in financial literacy going on nowadays. Like, people know more about money. The kids learning more about money. Not as much as they need to know, but we're kind of getting to the point where it's like, okay, business is not frowned upon. You know what I'm saying? Like, back when we was coming up, when you was in college, you couldn't make no money doing nothing. Right. You know what I'm saying? I had teammates. I ain't trying to, you know, out nobody, but I know I had teammates that had people supporting them because they just didn't have it. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, now, you know, being an entrepreneur, you're looking at like Angel Reese, who, you know what I'm saying, she running the bag up on like her brand. You're looking at, you know what I'm saying, Shadur Sanders, who run the bag up on his brand.
Just dues. Yeah. You know, you're getting your just dues, man. I don't think people really sit back and think about how much money these, I'm gonna say the bigs, the tops make. Yeah. These executives don't run not one sprint. They don't shoot one ball. They don't hit one bat. Right. They swing one bat. And they sitting on their yacht getting bread, just sitting there. So it's like, oh, and I'm not supposed to get nothing. Yeah. You don't give me nothing. Like, I'm literally running a cultural exploration amongst the masses. Like, we done took basketball to every country in the world. We done took football to most countries. We're taking track, you know what I'm saying? And all this stuff been around, like we speaking about AAU since the 1800s. Right. But now we're getting paid for it. Yeah. And if you can't, like my brother always say, man, he always say, if you can't make money in the world this big, you don't deserve to live. Bars. And I was like, oh. Yeah. Whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like, whoa. So I salute them. But then now you got some people that's feeling entitled. Like, well, why you paying them and you ain't paying me? Right. What you doing when they ain't doing? Hey. You know what I'm saying? They up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Just because they ain't putting it on IG, just because they ain't putting it on social media don't mean they up. I can tell you that they up because I'm watching they play. I'm telling you that they've been playing for 30 minutes. You gas. They standing up talking. They chilling. I'm looking at their body. I'm looking at the production that they put in their body. Yeah. And that's what the NIL is. The NIL is like, yo, I'm paying you for the production that you finna give me.
Yeah.
Like I'm paying you because, man, as an athlete, it's a numbers game. Everybody can't go pro.
Yeah.
Everybody can't make them millions of dollars. But I can make some money. I'm gonna make some money off you in college.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's more people. It's 100. No, I'm gonna use LSU for example. Death Valley is 91,000 people.
Yeah.
That's how many people can come into the stadium and have a seat.
Right.
91,000 seats. Where's the Saints play?
The Superdome. Yeah, I think
that don't hold 91,000.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, where can I get my product out more?
Right.
Where can I get my my image out more?
Right.
If I'm, you know what I'm saying, if I want to do these different things, where can I get it out more? And people pay attention to what they want to pay attention to.
Yeah.
So when you look at the NBA, you know, they have a lot of different sponsors on their jerseys.
Yeah.
It's like, who are those sponsors? I don't even know. They getting bread off that though.
Right.
In football, they getting bread off that. I'm getting money off you, so I might as well pay you.
And see, I looked at it too, like on the other side of it, like I think I came up with this, like, you know what I'm saying, a couple months ago when I started looking at you ever heard of CoachTube?
No.
So CoachTube's a website where student athletes in college have been creating their own courses. So let's say you got a lineman, you know what I'm saying, he can do a pass rush drill. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? This is how you run this pass rush, or this is how you pass rush like me. Yeah. He'll put his face. He'll put the, you know what I'm saying, how to. It'll be like in modules, and they'll sell it for like $20. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like there's no reason why student athletes shouldn't be doing things like that, in my opinion, now.
It should be.
Like there's no reason why it shouldn't be in concert with, like, if we are helping student athletes, we should also be now teaching them marketing and teaching and giving them the information just so they know. Cause it's there. It's out there. You know what I'm saying? It's now the hustle that, you know, it's no longer the undercover hustle. It's like, bro, go get your money. Sis, go get your bag, and make sure you're taking care of your body, but also make sure you take care of your brand. Yeah. Stop smoking weed on your stories and then trying to go, you know what I'm saying, to the University of, you know what I'm saying, Tennessee, and then act like nobody, like yeah, like they ain't look at your story. Like, bro, like everybody know what you got going on. You got to make sure you selling yourself. And also taking care of that machine that, you know what I'm saying, you are fueling every single day, training every single day, but protect your brand. Protect your brand and make some money off it. You know what I'm saying? At this point,
I'm all for athletes wanting McDonald's out of business.
Yeah.
Like, hey, let's do McDonald's and Burger King and Taco Bell like we did Kmart and Toys R Us.
Yeah, get them out of there.
Let's just stop spending our money with them, and they're going to get up out of there.
Get them out of there.
And you see that we're not spending money with them. And you see what they're trying to do. I mean, you got Burger King selling tacos. Yeah. You got McDonald's starting to sell pizza. You got Taco Bell selling chicken and fries. Yeah. You know, so they see where it's at. You know, they see that the industry is shifting and people are wanting to be more knowledgeable about their insides. Mm-hmm. So they're like, yo, I'm about to just give you a burger for $2.
All natural options.
I'm starting to give you more all natural options. You know, so they see where it's going. They're like, I gotta keep coming in. I gotta keep them coming in. Gotta keep them coming in. But it's like you gotta take care of your body. You gotta take care of that vessel. Right. That's what it is. And you see a lot of fitness enthusiasts where they'll say, "Oh, you can eat whatever." And it's not all false. You can eat whatever you want. It just comes down to what do you want your body to be. Right. Are you knowledgeable about your genetics and your family? Do you have different predispositions? Because if you have predispositions, it ain't gonna matter what you do. Right. What you eat, that's what it's gonna look like.
All right. So with that being said, bro, you know what I'm saying, I think we done built on a lot. I really want to know, man, and let the people know, where can everybody reach you at, you know what I'm saying, so they can, you know what I'm saying, reach out, be able to follow you on social, and also be able to, you know what I'm saying, tap in if they want to train with you, moving forward to become greater and better athletes, better men
also,
and
you
women.
can hit me up at AGMB, CTX.com. That's my website. Or you can find me on Facebook. Facebook is going to be Coach Zig with an S. On Instagram, I'm Zamunda1. Yeah. ZUMUNDA 1. And on Twitter, it's G's Louise Batman. That's my favorite saying.
G Louise Batman.
G's Louise Batman. Yeah. Check me out, man. I try to put out, good content, man, and just share what I have. You know what I ain't gonna be here forever, so if I can leave something with you, man, I'm gonna leave you everything that I saw.
Nah, 100%, 100%. Make sure y'all also follow me on IG. I am Free Juice, and then also follow at Be a Light Leader. And then we got the Be a Light podcast on YouTube. Go ahead and type that in. You'll see this video along with all the other videos. Beautiful builds. We're trying to help build mindset, leadership development, and trying to make sure that people that are young and people that are older get into situations where they're better because of what's inside. You know what I'm saying? So,
Sir.
Coach Z, appreciate you building
Always,
with me.
man. Always
Always a
appreciate it,
beautiful build, brother.
So.
And man, we out.